Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me, Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hey, welcome to the Viewmasters, episode 375. Poolman, my name is Eric.
My name is Joe.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Eric. 375.
Yeah.
Damn. Breaking up another 25-0. I know, I guess that'd be 376. I don't know.
Yeah. We're wrapping up another 25-0.
Milestone issue of the Viewmasters.
It's weird. Why did comics pick 25 as the milestone issue?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, like the, quarter century.
I guess.
It's like roughly 2-year celebration thing for a monthly series.
Sure, okay.
I don't know, yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining. We would get some double-sized giants.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Not at all a complaint.
Nope. Except nowadays, where a double-sized issue would cost like $30.
There is that. Luckily, most series don't get to 25 issues, so,
True.
Yeah. Or if they do, it's issue 25, Legacy 800.
Yeah. Marvel.
Yeah. DC's been guilty.
Yeah.
Few
Not
times.
as bad though.
Yeah. Poolman, my favorite superhero.
Sure. Oh boy, this was certainly a movie, Joe.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. I learned something today.
Okay.
You can't always trust a movie trailer.
Actually, now that you mentioned that, I did want to watch the movie trailer before we started.
Yeah.
Just to see what you saw. that made you call an audible and pick this movie last week.
I thought it looked quirky.
Okay, it is.
It is very quirky, yes. I thought that it looked fun.
Okay.
I did not think that it looked like pure chaos, which is what it actually is.
It's pretty chaotic.
It is pure chaos. Holy shit. You put Chris Pine and Danny DeVito and Annette Bening in a room and I'm not going to be able to follow anything that's happening. So much crosstalk.
A lot of crosstalk. And I thought last week's movie was convoluted. Add a dim-witted leading character.
He writes.
And it gets cranked up to the max.
Yeah, like there did come a point where I wondered if anyone was telling him anything that was even remotely true. And interestingly, I think the
character or Chris Pine?
The character. And I do think it's interesting that the only one who is actually honest with him is his nemesis, Stephen Tobolowsky, the titular Radiohead.
Ned the Bull.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Needle Nose Ned.
Ned the Head.
Do you understand the Radiohead thing?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
just making sure.
I think you actually told me this not that long ago.
I may have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Stephen Tobolowsky was spectacular in this.
He's pretty much always great.
I mean, he's really only in like 2 scenes.
Yeah.
But they're both great. But the second scene in particular is just phenomenal.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever see Stephen Tobolowsky's birthday party?
No, I did not. That seems like a home video that I would not be privy to.
It's a documentary
Okay.
about Stephen Tobolowsky celebrating, I believe, his 50th birthday.
Okay.
And it's just, a camera following him around. He tells stories because that's, one thing that he is pretty well known for.
Yeah.
And as he just kind of goes around, and then, you cut in occasionally, some slices from regular folk.
Yeah.
Who get shown a picture of him and then say, do you know who this man is? And, most people don't.
Okay.
Even though they've seen him in everything.
Right.
It's fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah. It sounds quirky
Yeah.
and fun.
Yeah.
Like Poolman sounded.
Kind of. So after you picked this movie last week, I did some minor investigation and
Ooh, like a Poolman.
like a pool man, very minor, like a pool man. and it had occurred to me that I did recall hearing about this movie, and most of what I heard was that this movie was fucking terrible.
Oh no. All right.
But at the same time, like, I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't read any of the synopsis or anything like that. I just saw people saying that it's awful.
Okay.
And leaving it at that. I don't think I hated this movie at all.
I don't think I hated it either. I didn't love it.
No, but
It's very watchable.
it is very watchable, and I think I would watch this again. Absolutely.
Nice.
It's got a lot of charm,
Yes, very much.
even though it makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
And not in any kind of good, mysterious way.
The only thing I haven't figured out is the lizard.
Oh, well, I have a theory on that.
Oh,
and
no.
Unfortunately, it's not great.
Oh no. I mean, this movie is filled with actors that we love.
Sure.
I love Annette Bening. I think she's spectacular.
I'm not terribly familiar with Annette Bening.
Okay.
I mean, I know I've seen her in things, but she's never made a massive impression on me in whatever I've seen her in.
Admittedly, have had a simmering crush on her since The American President,
Okay.
which is an Aaron Sorkin written romantic comedy
Yes.
from the mid-90s. But yeah, no, I think she's just great in everything that she's in, and like just again very watchable and delightful.
I mean, she's incredibly good in this.
Yeah.
Playing the wife of Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Partner, who knows?
Partner, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a... I'm probably going to throw in a high-pitched question
Yes.
at the end of a lot of my statements with this movie.
For sure.
Because I'm not sure what's real or not. But she's a therapist?
Yeah. Of sorts. / makeup artist?
Maybe?
Yeah.
That is kind of an underlying theme throughout the movie, is that everybody in the movie is essentially a failed actor
Yes.
who then had to move on to other sort of, pastures, greener or not.
Yeah.
Because it is L.A. This is a very L.A. movie.
Oh, it's very L.A.
I would say L.A. is the fifth character.
Whoa. This is as L.A. as the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, you a pepperhead?
No. No. I am not. Unequivocally. Is that what they're called?
I don't know.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. But yes, no. There are a lot of local references.
So many
that I'm sure people in LA would love.
I guess
That did not quite land for me, but also don't detract. Like the hyper specificity of what our titular Poolman is interested in, and the regional stuff. It adds to the charm.
there's a little flavor there for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. I guess we listen to a lot of other podcasts.
Yes.
A lot of better other podcasts.
Yes.
Most of which seem to be from LA people in LA
Yeah.
who make a lot of LA references in their podcasts.
Yeah.
So I guess I've gleaned a little bit just from that. Much in the same way that I feel like I know a little bit about New York simply from playing Spider-Man games
Sure.
for 20 years.
Definitely.
So there's like one or two references. Okay, like I don't know exactly what it is, but I know it's a reference to
Yeah.
a thing. And if anything, I feel the most negative thing I can say about this movie is that it does feel a little too precious about that stuff sometimes,
Okay.
and just a little cutesy, which doesn't know favors.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there's most of the references in this I've never heard
Right,
before ever anywhere. But it's like industry people making a movie for other industry people,
Right.
which is fine. It was not inaccessible.
No. And I thank the gods that it was not a movie about making movies, which is just absolute kryptonite to me.
I mean, it kind of was. They're making a documentary.
Well, yeah. It is not in the way that Jason made me watch a movie called CQ.
Okay.
Which is Jeremy Davies. He's directing a spy movie of some sort in France, and it's just all about just how underappreciated an artist that this director is, and I feel like that was the movie that really made me hit the breaking point as far as just watching movies about making movies and how wonderful movies are. Like, I know how wonderful movies are. I'm watching movies.
Right. The magic of cinema.
I love movies. Watch them all the time.
I love films. Personally.
One would say that I'm a real cinema guy.
You could say that. I'm a movie-phile. Had Jeremy Davies obviously cut his own hair for that movie?
I feel like he was kind of put together in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
This was maybe before he decided to invest in Floby. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I love Jeremy Davies.
He's pretty great.
So basic real quick plotty, I guess.
Good luck.
Thank you. Chris Pine is Darren Barrenman, Poolman, Darren Barrenman Poolman, who is also sort of a community activist trying to better Los Angeles, and he gets roped into investigating what appears to be shady dealings between the local city council member, Stephen Tobolowsky, and a...
Slightly named Stephen Toronowski.
Yes. He was like, I'll do the movie, but I don't want to have to learn a new name.
I mean, he's had a 50-year career now. His brain is full.
It's true. Yeah.
And he has to play a dual role in this one.
He does. But yeah, so he gets pulled into investigating shady dealings between the city councilman and a real estate developer. And it becomes a noir, twisty suspense movie, but with a bungling idiot at the center of it.
Yep.
Not unlike The Big Lebowski.
I'd say this is the other negative aspect of this movie, is that its influences are just right there.
Yeah.
Distractingly so.
Yeah.
It is The Big Lebowski. It is Chinatown. Clearly it's Chinatown.
I mean, it talks about Chinatown all the time.
It feels obsessed with Chinatown.
Which is weird. That guy is a rapist. I'm talking about Roman Polanski, not Jack Nicholson.
Right. I've never seen Chinatown.
No?
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I have thought about picking it numerous times for the show.
Yeah.
And just never have, and now I guess I don't feel like I have to, so...
If you want to see a better movie...
The Two Jakes, that's what you're suggesting.
That's right, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we would have to do a double feature.
Oh, well, of course, we do a franchise on that
yeah.
one, sure.
Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, there are scenes where I could feel Chris Pine doing Jeff Bridges as the dude.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
just his whole look and demeanor, and
yeah. The details of the character are different.
Yeah,
like he's a hyper involved person. But yeah, the DNA of The Big Lebowski is all over in this movie.
Yep. There's also, just weirdly topical, but some Lynchian vibes to this as well.
It did feel downright Lynchian. That was a weird voice. Why did I do that?
I don't know. Why does anybody do that voice?
I don't know. You would think that if someone started a podcast where they were doing that voice, eventually it would drop and they would just do
A normal
regular thing?
Yeah.
I guess not.
Nope. Just, you know what? You gotta admire stick to it. This.
I do admire that. That's very true. But yeah, the aforementioned lizards.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, Ray Wise, obviously.
Ray Wise. I feel like there was someone else that had been maybe a Lynch regular popped up. I maybe Tobolowsky. He wasn't in any Lynch movies.
I don't know.
Not Clancy Brown for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. But also just the obsession with L.A.
Mm-hmm.
and sort of the seedier sides of it, and also just some of the just abject weirdness of some of this movie, like also just the fact that his character meditates,
right? Yeah, I get that.
And then the whole deal with the talking lizard and the tree and his visions, just some very clearly influenced by David Lynch.
Yeah.
Which was fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I wasn't sure if I was thinking about that just because of thinking about him a lot recently.
But he is on our minds.
Yes,
so.
But glad that I'm not the only one that made that connection.
No, not at all. But it is one of those things that was like, okay, but I mean, it's Pine's first movie as a director and writer. And so everybody's first project is gonna, probably, show their influences more than, any other future projects will.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like as disastrous as a reputation as this movie has, I don't know if he'll ever make another one or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's a white man in Hollywood, so he'll be fine.
Well, I mean,
he's got three projects in development right now, I'm sure.
He's clearly gonna continue to be a movie star.
I mean, three directorial projects.
Okay.
He's got enough money probably that he can finance.
Sure. Yeah.
Partially, at least.
Yeah, I'm sure if it came down to it, he would be willing to, finally break down and do a Star Trek 4.
Right.
Just, saddle back up into the director's chair eventually.
Yeah. Star Trek Even Further Beyond.
Sure. I mean, they should make a sequel to that one. It was the best one.
It was the best one.
And I liked all those movies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I did not care for Into Darkness.
Most people didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it, except for my movie-going experience.
Right.
Listen to old episodes of another podcast.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, it's fine.
I mean, we laughed.
We
quite
did.
A bit.
Yeah. I mean, the chaos aspect of it had me into it. Because it was just fun to watch the three sort of. I mean, they're ostensibly the leads as Pine and DeVito and Benning.
Yeah.
But then you've got Jennifer Jason Leigh in there as well as his sort of girlfriend.
Right.
And then I can't remember the name of the actor who was it Derek?
Dirk. Eventually Dirk.
Eventually Dirk. That's right.
It was Wayne first.
That's right. Wayne. That's right. Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
John Ortiz is that actor.
Okay. He was great.
He was great.
Yeah. And then, I mean, you've Stephen Tobolowsky and Ray Wise and Clancy Brown and
always happy to see those three guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the femme fatale of it all.
Yes.
DeWanda Wise, I believe, is the actress's name.
Yes.
It was hard to gauge whether she was good or not.
Yeah, it's because she's playing a person who is playing a role,
right?
Like a very stock role, and I mean she does that very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that does make it difficult when you don't actually see what the character is like.
Right.
But I guess we do in the very last sequence.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess you could say that she is a character playing another role, and she plays that role very well. Therefore, she's really good.
That is fair. I will say, she is a striking-looking person.
Yes, she is beautiful.
And I was distracted every single time she was on screen. I kind of glanced through Wikipedia, and apparently she was a replacement for a different actress.
Okay.
But, I kind of feel like maybe she got the role because she's the only person in this movie who has prettier eyes than Chris Pine.
I could see that. Yeah.
She was mesmerizing.
Yeah. He does have very pretty eyes.
He is also mesmerizing.
His hair in this movie is so great. Just a flowing mane.
Yep. His big salt and pepper bushy beard.
Yeah.
Very weird to see a blonde man with that much gray in his beard.
Right.
Did you ever see the movie Stretch?
No.
It's a Joe Carnahan movie with Patrick Wilson and the dead-eyed girl from the Fantastic Four movies.
Jessica Alba.
That's her.
Chris Evans.
Yes. But Chris Pine plays sort of the heavy of that movie.
Okay.
And it's about a limo driver who gets sent on a job to pick up a guy. And it's Chris Pine, who then basically just ruins his night.
Awesome.
But Chris Pine, when he shows up, he is looking like the Poolman.
Okay.
Just he's got the long hair and the full beard, and I think that was the first time I'd ever seen him, and then that's at this point like a 9-year-old movie, and he still had that much gray.
Interesting.
And he's like barely 40.
Yeah.
I mean, just what a good-looking guy that is.
Right.
But I like that he always plays, or generally, like, I mean, outside of, sort of his big major franchise roles, every other role that he is in, he always goes for the weirdo.
Yeah.
And like, I could see, had he not written and directed this one, like, he would totally have taken this role as well.
Yeah.
Because he seems to always want to go against the I'm a very pretty blonde man.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's a good actor, and he seems like a lot of the stuff that I can think of that he has done lately, like Dungeons and Dragons, and I mean, even Star Trek,
Yeah.
to a certain extent, it's just like fun
Oh,
fun
yeah.
roles. Like, obviously, you would want to do fun roles if you're an actor and you're taking jobs,
Right.
But like he does it very well.
I mean, even his role in Wonder Woman, as Steve Trevor, he brings a life to that I don't associate with Steve Trevor the character.
Absolutely not. Yeah, Steve Trevor is a wet peanut butter sandwich. Like, there's nothing there. I never knew why. Like he had to be that charming and alive to justify Diana falling for him and giving up everything to go with him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, I can't imagine who else they would have gotten for that.
I mean, it's a great choice.
Yeah.
So much so they had to bring him back.
To the detriment of the movie.
Yep. For a movie that had a lot wrong with it.
Yes. Probably the worst choice made.
Yep.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah, they were just reminiscing about Chris Pine.
Yeah.
It's related.
It is. It's true.
This is his movie.
It's true. Did we do Wonder Woman 1984?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember.
Yep.
So we've watched a string of movies written and directed by the people who starred in them of late. Woman of the Hour.
Oh, yeah, yep.
And then, obviously, last week's Miracles.
The Canton Godfather.
Canton Godfather. Is directing yourself in a movie a good idea?
Some people do it well.
Yeah.
Woman of the Hour was great.
That's true. Woman of the Hour was great.
And,
I also feel like there was enough of Woman of the Hour that was not about Anna
her.
Kendrick's character.
Very true. Yeah, I mean, there was someone talking about Kenneth Branagh once.
Oh boy.
And referred to Kenneth Branagh, the actor, as Kenneth Branagh, the director's favorite actor.
Yeah,
And it was like, okay, yeah, I get it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, that cad.
And, yeah, I mean, yeah, when you're the star, I mean, it is hard, I think, to you know, want to shift focus away from yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, with this movie in particular, you know, it's, I mean, I think he does an okay job of letting the other actors and characters breathe and have a lot of laugh lines.
Yeah.
Particularly, you know, DeVito and Benning, and even Jennifer Jason Leigh, I think, brings a lot to what is a very, very small role ultimately.
Right.
And I thought she was great for as little as she appears in the movie. Clancy Brown with his one scene, I thought he was fantastic. You know, I think he did an okay job of you know, not making him the sole focus, not making himself the sole focus.
Yeah.
Of every scene that he's in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know,
That's a good point.
Even though he is.
Yeah. Yeah, his character is a lot of times very passive.
Yeah.
Or just, I mean, he's trying to figure things out as he goes. So he's sitting and listening a lot, which, you know, the other actors are putting in strong performances. So he can be sort of quieter during those moments, and then, you know, when he speaks up, he speaks up.
Right.
No, I was just wondering, like, it's probably easier to transition into directing something if you're an established actor, if you're in the thing.
Right.
But then, like, it would be interesting to see him direct something that he's not in.
Sure.
And just see what that's like.
Yeah.
And I mean, I say that for everyone whose stuff we've watched. I don't know if Jackie Chan ever directed anything that he wasn't in.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just watched another Jackie Chan movie over the weekend that he did direct, Police Story 2.
Okay.
And it's weird because it's a very different movie than Miracles, but I had a lot of the same problems with it that I had with, you know, Miracles.
Interesting.
And I did sort of come to realize that, well, I mean, clearly, like, watching the bloopers, you know, for those things, you see how hard it is on him that, of course, he would limit how many action sequences are in his movies.
Right, yeah, that's a really good point.
Even if it is, sadly, to the detriment of the movie itself.
Yeah.
But, you know. But I feel like, you know, with Chan, for sure, because what he is doing is so intricate and so detailed and has to be so thought out and choreographed, it makes sense for him to direct that.
Yeah.
Like even Jean-Claude Van Damme, like one of his first movies, like he didn't direct it, but he directed all the fight stuff himself.
Okay.
Because he knew what to do and he knew how to make sure that the camera got the actors doing what he wanted them to do fight-wise. So, and then you compare it to, you know, the actual movie that Van Damme did direct, and it's dog shit.
All right.
The Quest. Don't watch it.
Gotcha. Good to know. Good tip.
And then, yeah, you mentioned the Anna Kendrick thing. You know, yeah, there's a lot of that movie that doesn't focus entirely on her character. And I think that says a lot about her as both an actress and a director.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I feel like maybe part of this with Pine is that, even though he does try to take those weird roles when he's, not being a major movie star, or at least trying to bring weirdness into those roles when he is a major movie star, maybe he's probably always wanted to do something like The Big Lebowski, but just never gets offered it because he's just so pretty.
Because he's Chris Pine.
Right, yeah. He's one of Hollywood's Chris's.
Right.
Your Chris ranking, go.
Oh, geez. Oh, boy. In Marvel or overall?
Just overall.
Oh, boy. Hemsworth.
Okay.
Evans.
Okay.
Pine.
Okay.
Rock. McDonald.
McDonald?
Yeah, Christopher McDonald.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right.
Pew, pew. Columbus, the director.
All right, we're good.
Name 100 more Chris's and then Pratt.
Oh, remember when the world loved Chris Pratt?
God damn it. All he was Andy Dwyer, and it was perfect. And then
Star-Lord.
And then he became a person that people knew.
He was very charming in his first round of publicity as Star-Lord.
It's true. It's true. Because people still thought he was just Andy Dwyer.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I go Pines, Hemsworth, Evans, bunch of others.
Yeah.
Rock is in there eventually.
Yeah, I don't know why Chris Rock was the first one beyond the Hollywood Chris's that I came up with.
I would put McDonald over Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Chris Cooper.
Yeah.
Poolman.
Poolman.
Yeah.
Jack Poolman.
Jack Klugman.
I do love Jack Klugman.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, it was not great.
No,
But it was entertaining.
I was very entertained.
Yeah.
Once I got past my initial sort of, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Which was very strong for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just, what the fuck is this? Why are we watching this? Why is this happening? And then eventually it sort of forced itself upon me.
Oh, no.
And I liked it.
Okay. Interesting. I hate where this went.
You and everybody else.
But when you're a celebrity, a movie with celebrities in it, they let you do it.
No, it really did. It charmed its way into my heart after initial just total rejection of what was happening.
All right.
And yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just looking. I was looking over some of the reviews after the end of after we finished watching it, and just these people are just way the fuck too harsh on this.
Yeah.
I don't. Did they just have higher expectations for it? I don't know, but it's fine.
Yeah. I would say just watch The Big Lebowski.
Obviously.
Yeah. Or Chinatown.
Or Chinatown.
Put them both on at the same time.
There you go.
Yes.
And
see
maybe-
if they sync up.
And, put Crazy Clown Time on in the background.
What is that?
It's David Lynch's album.
Oh, okay. Perfect. I bet it will sync up with both movies.
Yep. Then we get all three vibes that they're trying to go for in this movie.
I like it.
I love David Lynch.
Yeah.
It's a recent love. I will admit. I was never fully on board with him, but having revisited everything he did over the last couple months, I really grew to appreciate and love what he did, and reevaluate other movies I'd seen of his that I maybe did not enjoy the first time around.
Okay.
But I can very definitively say that Crazy Clown Time is garbage.
Oh, no.
God bless him for trying and doing things and doing what he wanted to do and just being that force in the world. But you could never convince me that Crazy Clown Time was good.
I'm gonna listen to it.
All right,
I've never heard it before. I will listen to it tomorrow.
Okay. I mean, you can probably just go into Mavericks. They're probably playing it now.
No, they're too busy listening to Dream Theater.
Well, that was that one time.
Yeah.
But when I went in there last Thursday,
were they listening to Crazy Clown Time?
They were listening to Crazy Clown Time.
That's how Jason grieves, and I support him.
Yep. Yeah, so we are recording this a couple days after the passing of David Lynch, and it was genuinely very upsetting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can think of only one other celebrity whose death has made me cry as hard as David Lynch's did. That was Christopher Reeve.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was just it just fucking sucks.
It sucks. And I mean, I know he was old and had emphysema.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking stop smoking, people.
Yeah.
Just, god damn it, stop.
Yeah.
But it was still unexpected. I mean, like, as far as I know, he was still kind of doing stuff, like, at least just from his home.
Yeah.
He wasn't going out, and he had sort of made an announcement that he probably wasn't going to direct anything new because he was afraid to leave the house. And,
yeah.
So
because COVID was a death sentence if he got it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hit me really hard, but we have a lot of stuff that he left behind to love.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people just say, we were lucky to have had him.
Yep. So yeah, yeah, it was just a weird confluence of things, happening, and then watching this movie and seeing like the touches of Chris Pine wishing that he was David Lynch for a minute,
It turns out it's hard to be David Lynch.
It really is, yeah.
Or if you're David Lynch, really easy.
I think that's the key there. You have to be David Lynch.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
Eric, I'm working on it. That was terrible.
I'm not even going to attempt.
Yeah, I regret everything.
Joe!
Yeah.
What's making you happy?
That was pretty great. Thank you for embarrassing yourself along with me.
You're welcome. Is it that I embarrassed myself?
I mean, well, immediately, yes. Speaking of weird shit, Severance is back.
I've not seen it.
Have you seen any of it?
I've not seen any of it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
All right.
And so weird. Katie had not seen any of it. I had seen the first season.
Did it come out like 4 years ago?
It came out almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't remember. Like, I remembered 3 things from it. So we watched all of the first season. and then the season premiere is out so far. They're doing it week to week, which I did not realize. And
now you're stuck paying for an Apple Plus subscription.
Look, I've been paying $80 a month or whatever for Apple TV Plus for I don't know how long. I'm glad to be fucking using it.
I had an Apple Plus subscription, a free trial.
Yeah.
For a full year. Never fucking watched anything on it.
You should watch Severance.
I should, yeah. I'll see if there's a free trial coming up after the current season's over.
There you go. But yeah, it's so good, and so weird, and it tickled the Lynchian part of my brain that has been on the surface as a result of his passing. So just, Severance being back, and then just having a good TV show to watch week to week.
Sure.
Those are things that make me happy.
Well, that's a very nice thing.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh boy. I got a comic today.
Ooh, what'd you get?
Mike Mignola's Bowling with Corpses.
Oh, nice.
His first drawn comic work in quite a while.
Okay.
I honestly can't remember the last time he did anything more than just a couple of pages.
Oh, wow.
Because even Hellboy, he had sort of, handed off to other artists, even if he was still involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is his first full comic in quite a while. It's a hardcover, collection of short stories inspired by folk tales and folklore and stuff like that. And it looks like a lot of fun. And yeah, it just comes out officially tomorrow, and I got my copy today. And
nice.
Very excited to have more new Mike Mignola work in my hands.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have nothing to follow that up.
All right, then.
I do like his work very much. I've read very little Hellboy.
Yeah. Oh, you have some of it over
I
there.
do have some of it over there.
Okay.
There was I saw a listicle once. It was like the 7 best Hellboy books to read, whatever, and it was just like breaking it down by like individual issues or whatever. And I had that, which is 7 hardbacks, which collects the entire Hellboy saga from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And I just took a picture of that and posted it on like a comment. It's like, there you go. 7 Hellboy comics you can read.
Is it 7 books?
It is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yep.
I know it's been released in so many different formats.
Right.
I thought for a second you were going to say the listicle was the 10 best Hellboy collection formats.
There's only one, and it's those. Right
Okay.
there, the library editions.
Perfect.
They're oversized. They're fancy looking.
Dark Horse's library editions are fantastic.
I really like those. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn that. Oh, I was gonna say the 7 best Hellboy reboots.
There you go.
David Harbour,
Oh, man.
the new guy.
Is there a new guy?
There is a new Hellboy movie
I
out.
don't think I knew that.
I don't think Mike Mignola knew that.
This is unauthorized.
It's a fan film. No, there's a new Hellboy movie out. It just kind of got put out into the world, and like nobody gave a fuck.
Okay.
It's called The Crooked Man.
Okay.
And I have the actor's name is Jack Kersey.
Okay.
He was in the first Deadpool movie. He has the villain.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the new Hellboy.
Congratulations, Jack.
Yep. I remember a trailer came out like a year ago, and it's like, this looks like a giant piece of shit. And then they just kind of quietly shuffled it onto, like, you know, DTV, you know,
Yeah.
straight to streaming, and for some reason now it's also a disc,
Okay.
but never came out in theaters.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just out there.
And it joins the ranks of Captain America,
I mean, yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah. And, I mean, I own those movies. I guess I should rush out and buy the new Hellboy, too.
You absolutely should. This is the one that's finally going to get it right. Oh, I think I already know, but do you have a movie in mind for next week?
I do have a movie in mind for next week.
Ooh.
It is not what you're thinking.
Oh, okay.
It is none of the things you are thinking, probably. In fact, I am stealing a little bit of your thunder. This is a movie you kind of floated across last week when you were listing a bunch of movies. I would like to watch Roger.
What?
Roger.
Roger? Can we watch the Jackie Jorp biopic first?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. I think what you're saying is juror number 2?
That's it.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've been interested in seeing it, and I've had several people say, "Oh, you should see it." So,
Okay.
might as well. Let's just do it.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Juror number 2.
Juror number 2.
Juror.
Juror. Oh, next week's gonna be insufferable. More than usual. Join us, won't you? And until then, keep living your life a quarter mile at a time.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at our website, view.guttertrash.net, or on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Visit our website at view.guttertrash.net for information about our Twitter and Instagram. Once again, thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. We'll see you next time.